All right, let's dive into one of the world's most tense rivalries, the military balance between Iran and Israel. And look, this isn't just about counting tanks and planes. It's really a fundamental clash of strategy, technology, and geography, one that shapes the entire Middle East.
At its very core, you can boil this rivalry down to two completely different identities. On one side, you've got Iran, this vast, sprawling regional powerhouse that's really defined by its sheer scale. And on the other, you have Israel, a much smaller, compact nation that bets its very survival on being technologically superior.
And when we say scale, the difference is just staggering. I mean, look at this. Iran is over 70 times larger than Israel, with 9 times the population. This massive physical asymmetry is the foundation for, well, pretty much everything we're about to talk about.
So this massive difference in scale brings us right into our first section. Let's really dig into those foundational numbers, the economic and demographic strengths that define this whole rivalry.
Okay, this is where the numbers get really interesting. You'd think the bigger country would have the bigger economy, right? But no, Israel's is larger, and it spends more than double what Iran does on defense. But, and this is a huge but, look at the number of active personnel. Iran fields a massive military, almost 4 times the size of Israel's. It's the classic quality versus quantity trade-off right there on the screen. So, how does that whole quality versus quantity thing actually play out on a conventional battlefield? Well, this is where the differences, especially when it comes to technology, become incredibly stark. In the air, the total number of aircraft might look kind of close, but the technological gap is a chasm. Israel is flying some of the world's most advanced stealth fighters, like the F-35. Iran, meanwhile, is relying on an air force with jets that date back to the 1970s. We're talking ancient history in aviation terms. So the takeaway here is really, really simple. When it comes to a conventional fight in the skies, Israel has absolute air superiority. It's not even a contest. And on the ground, guess what? It's the exact same dynamic. Sure, Iran has more tanks on paper, but Israel's Merkava Mark IV is one of the most advanced and heavily protected tanks anywhere in the world. Again, you're seeing that same pattern, quality versus quantity. Which, of course, poses a critical question. I mean, if Israel is so utterly dominant in a straight-up, head-to-head fight, how does Iran even begin to balance the scales? How can it possibly create a credible deterrent?
Well, the answer is Iran doesn't play the same game. It completely avoids a direct fight. Instead, it uses what military analysts call an asymmetric strategy, basically leveraging its unconventional strengths. And this strategy really rests on 3 core pillars that totally change the equation of this conflict.
And it all starts with this number, over 3,000. That's how many ballistic missiles Iran has. It's the largest arsenal in the entire Middle East. Now, this force isn't about pinpoint precision. It's designed to overwhelm any defense system through sheer unrelenting volume. So this missile arsenal, that's the first great equalizer. The second is its huge network of proxies, groups like Hezbollah and Lebanon, which act as a forward fighting force right on Israel's borders. And the third is its own massive size, which provides a kind of defense that no conventional army could ever hope to punch through. Yeah, this concept of strategic depth is absolutely crucial to understanding Iran's thinking. Its vast, mountainous geography is like a natural fortress. It can absorb a punch and keep fighting. Israel, on the other hand, is just this narrow strip of land. It simply doesn't have that luxury. Okay, so if you're Israel and you're facing this barrage of asymmetric threats, missiles, drones, proxies, you name it, how do you respond? Well, you turn to your greatest strength, technology. Israel has built what is arguably the most sophisticated multi-layered air defense network on the planet. Each layer is specifically designed to counter a different threat. You've got the famous Iron Dome for short-range rockets, David's Sling for the mid-range stuff, all the way up to the incredible Arrow 3 system, which can literally destroy ballistic missiles outside of the Earth's atmosphere. And then there's the number 90. That's the estimated number of undeclared nuclear warheads in Israel's arsenal. This capability, it's the ultimate trump card. It's the ultimate deterrent, and it fundamentally changes the entire strategic calculation for any adversary. So you take that nuclear deterrence, you combine it with world-class intelligence services, and a powerful, almost unshakable alliance with the United States, and that forms the very backbone of Israel's national security. It's their high-tech answer to Iran's asymmetric strategy. And all of this brings us to our final section, a really high-stakes strategic stalemate. It's a situation where both sides have the undeniable power to inflict completely unacceptable damage on the other, and that creates this terrifying kind of stability. So this is really what it all boils down to, a balanced asymmetry. On one side, you've got Israel's technological shield, its air superiority, its advanced defenses, and its nuclear deterrent. And on the other side, you have Iran's asymmetric spear, that massive missile arsenal, a powerful proxy network, and its basically untouchable strategic depth. And this truly is a classic military confrontation. It's a clash of doctrines. One side, Israel, is betting on its qualitative, technological edge to deliver a precise, devastating blow. The other side, Iran, is betting on mass, resilience, and asymmetry to absorb that blow and just overwhelm its opponent. Which leaves us with the final and most critical question of all. Is this delicate, frankly terrifying balance of power a stable deterrent that actually ensures a fragile kind of peace? Or is it something far more dangerous, simply a conflict on pause?